Right now, just reading the word yawn is doing something to you. Your jaw is twitching. Maybe your eyes are starting to water. Maybe you've already done it. And here's the strange part. You didn't decide to. Nobody coughed on you. Nobody touched you. A single word slipped into your eyes, traveled through your brain, and quietly hijacked your face. That's not normal. That's not how most reflexes work. You can't catch a sneeze from a sentence. You can't catch hiccups from a stranger. But a yawn? A yawn spreads like it's alive. So the better question isn't why we yawn, it's why your body so willingly copies someone else's. Because somewhere underneath this tiny, sleepy, almost embarrassing reflex, your brain is doing something genuinely strange. It's reading another person and quietly mirroring them without asking your permission. And the reason is much weirder than you're tired. Let's start with the yawn itself. Before we talk about catching one, you should know what one actually is. A yawn isn't really about oxygen, that's the schoolyard answer, and scientists have mostly moved on from it. When you yawn, you stretch your jaw wider than almost any other movement your face ever makes. Your eyes squeeze, your eardrums tense, your chest expands, and a wave of cool air rushes deep into your throat. One leading idea is that yawning helps cool your brain. Your brain is a tiny, hot electrical organ, and when it warms up even slightly, your focus drops. That huge intake of cool air, plus the rush of blood from stretching your face, may act like a tiny built-in fan. A yawn, in other words, is a reset button. Your body's quiet way of saying, wake up a little, sharpen up, pay attention. Which makes the contagious part even stranger. Because if a yawn is your private reset button, why does mine push yours? Here's where it gets weird. Contagious yawning is not a reflex you're born with. Babies yawn from the womb, but they don't catch yawns. Watch a 1-year-old next to a yawning parent, and the baby just stares. Somewhere around age 4 or 5, something switches on. Children suddenly start catching yawns from the people around them. And it's not a coincidence. It switches on at roughly the same age that children start to understand other people have minds of their own. That a friend can feel sad even when you're not. That a parent can be tired even when you're full of energy. That other humans are not just moving shapes, they're inner worlds. The moment your brain learned to imagine someone else's inner state, it also started catching their yawns. Think about that for a second. The same wiring that lets you feel sorry for a stranger crying on a bus is, quietly, the same wiring making your jaw twitch when they yawn next to you. Scientists have a name for this kind of brain machinery. They often talk about it in terms of empathy and something called mirroring. The idea is that when you watch another person do something, parts of your brain light up as if you were doing it too. You see someone stub their toe and you wince. You see someone bite a lemon and your own mouth puckers. You see someone yawn, and the little corner of your motor system thinks, oh, we're doing this now. And before you can argue, your jaw is already opening. This is why your body is, right now, betraying you. You didn't agree to yawn. Your social brain agreed for you. Here's a tiny experiment. If you want to feel it, picture someone you love deeply. A best friend, a partner, a parent. Now imagine them very clearly taking a long, slow yawn. Did your throat just move? Did your eyes water a little? That pull you just felt is the mirror system doing its job. Now try it again, but imagine a complete stranger. Same yawn, same slowness, but a face you've never seen before. For most people, the pull is weaker, quieter. Sometimes it doesn't come at all. That tells you something extraordinary about your body. Your yawn reflex isn't just contagious, it's selective. Studies on contagious yawning keep finding the same pattern. People catch yawns most strongly from family, then close friends, then acquaintances, then strangers. The closer the bond, the stronger the pull. Your jaw, in a sense, knows who you love. Which leads us to the deepest theory of all, and this is the one that's genuinely mind-bending. Contagious yawning might be a quiet leftover from a time when staying alive depended on staying in sync. Imagine your ancestors, long before language, sleeping in groups under a thin layer of branches, predators in the dark. Nights that could end badly. Survival came from one thing above all, noticing what the group was noticing. If one body grew alert, all bodies needed to grow alert. If one body started winding down for sleep, the group winding down together meant safer, more synchronized rest. Our yawn, remember, is a reset signal. A tiny biological let's all sharpen up or let's all wind down. Now picture it spreading across a group of sleepy ancestors. One yawns, the next catches it, then the next. Within seconds, the whole group is on the same internal clock, the same alertness, the same rhythm, the same readiness. It's a kind of silent ancient group chat, mood and attention, syncing without a single word. You felt this without knowing it. Sit in a quiet meeting and one person yawns. Watch how, within a minute, the room starts to ripple. One head, then another, then another. That ripple isn't rude, it isn't laziness. It's a 40,000-year-old social signal, still passing through humans who now wear headphones and drink coffee. Pause for a second. Are you yawning yet? I genuinely want to know. Drop a comment and tell me how many times you've yawned just from reading this so far, and whether it was the word, the image of someone yawning, or just thinking about it that did it. I read the replies, and the answers are always wilder than people expect. Okay, back to the strangeness, because there's one more layer to this, and it's the part that really lingers. Contagious yawning doesn't only happen between humans. Dogs catch yawns from their owners. Chimpanzees catch yawns from chimpanzees they're closely bonded with. Even some birds appear to mirror each other this way. This means whatever is happening inside you right now is older than language, older than fire, older than your species. It's an ancient social glue. And it shows up most strongly in animals that live in tight groups and care about each other, animals that need to know at any moment what the rest of the family is feeling. You are one of those animals. You always have been. Now here's the twist nobody expects. There are people who do not catch yawns easily. Researchers have studied this carefully and found something fascinating. The strength of contagious yawning seems to track loosely with traits linked to social tuning in. People who are very young, very tired, or whose brains process social cues differently sometimes feel that pull less strongly. It does not mean anything is wrong with them. Empathy is enormous, complicated, and shows up in countless other ways that have nothing to do with jaws and lungs. But it does hint at something quietly profound. Your yawn reflex isn't just a body thing. It's a window into how your brain reads other people. A tiny sleepy lie detector for connection. And here's the part I love most. You can't fake it. You can fake a smile. You can fake a laugh. You can fake interest in someone's vacation photos. But a real contagious yawn? That comes from somewhere underneath all of that. From the part of you that, without asking, decided this other person matters. So the next time you're sitting next to someone and they yawn, and a few seconds later your jaw stretches without permission, don't apologize. That's not boredom. That's not rudeness. That's a 40,000-year-old reflex telling you, in its own quiet way, this person is in your circle. Your body recognized them before your mind did. And here's the last little thing to sit with. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is yawning, and someone next to them is catching it. And someone next to that person is catching it from them. That invisible chain has been running unbroken for longer than civilization. Through caves, through villages, through cities, through this screen, into you. You're part of that chain tonight. The next time you feel that strange little tug in your jaw, from a friend, from a stranger, from a video, from a single word, you'll know what it actually is. Not tiredness, not weakness, not an accident. It's your brain quietly admitting that you were never meant to be alone in your own body. You were built to sync. You were built to feel other people from the inside out. And a tiny sleepy yawn is the oldest proof you've got. If your jaw moved even once while watching this, do me a favor and hit the like button. It genuinely helps more curious humans find Bodyquirk. Subscribe so the next quirk of your body lands right in your feed, and tell me in the comments who in your life makes you yawn the fastest. I have a theory about the answer, and I'll share it in the next video. Until then, pay attention to your own body today. It's hiding more secrets than you think.